They will never charge you item fees. Just go there right now to sign up and load all your stuff to our server to sell. This is not an auction site. Sell your car, sell your home. Realtor, sign up now. Just use our resources along with Skype and videos, then add your creativity to sell your items quickly and with no fees. Go right now to buysellmakeoffer.com and sign up. The excitement is building. I've signed up to sell my stuff with buysellmakeoffer.com. You should too. buysellmakeoffer.com.
Good afternoon. It's 12:03. I'm Di Rice with the latest in live, local, national, and international news here on Kcaa 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. Taliban gunmen stormed a university in northwestern Pakistan today, killing at least 20 people and triggering an hours-long gun battle with the army and police before the military declared the assault in a town near the city of Peshawar was over. The attack stirred grim echoes of the horrific 2014 Peshawar school attack that killed more than 150 people, mostly children, and shocked the nation. It also prompted the Pakistani Prime Minister to pledge the country will wipe out the menace of terrorism. Police said 4 attackers were also killed. And here at home, a motorcyclist has been killed in Temecula, the first to die this year in the IE. Initial reports indicate that Jason Ledoux, 38 of Menifee, ran off Meadows Parkway and into the center divider Tuesday. He was not wearing any protective gear nor a helmet. Statistics supplied by the local police agencies and the coroner's offices showed 66 people perished in motorcycle accidents across the Inland Empire last year. And the tiger cub that was found wandering the streets in the Hemet area in September has died. The mystery of how the cub ended up on the streets or in the Hemet area in the first place has never been revealed. A woman on September 3rd had turned in the malnourished, declawed tiger to the Ramona Humane Society, which turned him over to the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. The cub was 6 months old. Inland Empire weather, variable cloudiness and a chance of still some sprinkles here and there throughout the day. Clearing out, though, overnight, leaving us a low of about 57. Today's high 66 and warming up to about 72 tomorrow. Currently, we are at 63 degrees in San Bernardino. And checking out your drive, be careful if you're making your way through Corona on the 91 westbound just before Green River Road. There is an object on the roadway, a metal cart in the left lane. So beware of that. Beware of the slowing. Again, that's before Green River Drive, westbound 91. Also in Ontario, the off-ramp is blocked on the 15 southbound at the 10 freeway. This is due to an injury crash involving an overturned vehicle, and it's partially blocking those transition lanes. So that is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind, Kcaa 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
Hi, this is Kevin Harlan inviting you to talk sports with the Open Season Crew Thursdays at 3 o'clock right here on KCAA.
You can be intentional about your character, your work ethic.
You've got to be on the same page.
Today we're calling to let you know we are debt-free, house and everything.
You have done really, really, really good. And you're not going to quit now.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people.
Celebrate the success.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your show because it's a show about you. You jump in, we'll talk about your life, your money. It's a free call at 888-825-5225. That's 888-825-5225. 5225. Roger starts off this hour in San Antonio. Hey, Roger, how are you?
Hi, they're doing great, thank you. My wife and I are on the starting stages of selling our house. So we went to your website, which is easy to navigate, so props to your webmasters. We found the ELPs for San Antonio, and we got 3 emails from them right away. So they've been great from the start. We met with one of them last night. We have an appointment with the second one on Saturday, and then we'll be talking to the third one soon. I'm just curious, how do we decide which one? If they're all endorsed by you, which one should we go for?
Well, I don't think you'll mess up because we, on our real estate ELPs in particular, all of them, we vet them very carefully, but we're particularly on top of everything that happens with our real estate leads. And so we don't have, very seldom do we have a real estate ELP that screws up, okay? So I'm real proud of all 3 of them, that they've gotten back to you that fast, and they've given excellent service and scheduled appointments immediately to come see you. So they've all done the proper thing. If I'm the customer, if I'm in your shoes, I got to be pretty impressed with all that. So I think, if I'm doing that, what I'm starting to look for now is 2 things probably as they come, 3 things maybe. If I'm you, I'm going to look at how active they are in your particular neighborhood and what kind of volume they're selling. So let's pretend one of them has sold a bunch of houses, but they're mainly in the other end of town. Mm-hmm. And then another guy sold a bunch of houses, but they're mainly in your end of town. Well, you want the one that's better in your end of town, right?
Okay.
That would make more sense, usually. I mean, that's one thing you could look at. Another thing you're going to look at is just how competent their presentation is when they come into your home. Mm-hmm. You want to, this guy feels like a pro, or this gal really feels like she knows what she's doing. Okay. And do they have are they organized? Do they have their act together? Do they show up on time? Because that's how they're going to act when a buyer is coming to your home too. They need to be organized and have their act together and show up on time, and that sells the house, right?
Sure.
Because a realtor can screw up a house deal faster than the house screws it up. By not taking care of business. And then the third thing is, let's pretend those 3 things were all fairly close. The professionalism, the punctuality, the preparation, the production in the area, they were all competitive. Honestly, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is the third one, and this is the deal breaker. Who do you and your wife like the best?
Okay.
Who do you like? Okay. It's okay to pick a financial professional partially based on, do you like them?
Okay. And then etiquette-wise, do we email them, say thank you, no thanks, we've gone with someone else? How do we do that?
What would you want if you were coming in there? If I were the salesperson coming in there, first thing I'd do is I'd say, hey, 3 of Dave's ELPs responded. That's the only 3 we're considering. We're looking at interviewing all 3, and we will let you know by Tuesday what our decision is.
Okay.
Great. And, we're just trying to feel this out, and we're new at this and so forth. But, awesome. And when I say, do you like them, I'm also looking at your wife and saying, I would ask her I would use this word when you're talking to your wife. I would say, honey, which one do you feel the best with?
Yes, I would go with that because she's got those feelings like you talk about your wife.
Exactly.
My wife's got that, yes.
Who can find a virtuous wife, for her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts her, and he will have no lack of gain.
Amen.
And so when in case of a tie, Sharon's feeling wins, and if she has a strong feeling, it trumps everything.
Okay, that'll be how it goes. And we want to be like Sean Cooper. We want to get this thing done and have our next house taken care of in no time.
I love it, man. Well, I'm honored.
All right.
Hey, thanks for calling in. It's an honor to have you in our listening audience. You're doing good stuff, man. Keep it up. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Jessica is in Birmingham. Hi, Jessica. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. I was a little bit nervous to call you, but
no problem. We've never lost a patient.
I know. I've been a long-time listener, and I'm 30 years old, and I have about $20,000 in debt, school debt, and I'm self-employed. I'm a hairstylist. I also work another job to support investing in that job, and I've gotten behind on my taxes. I'm in contact with the IRS. I pay them once a month. I come from a family that, one parent's really strict with money, one parent's a little more erratic with money. So I listen all the time. My point being, I don't have a substantial amount of debt, but I don't want any, and one of my parents was like, oh, debt is normal. Me, I listen to you and I don't want any.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also single, so I want to start thinking about retirement.
Good.
But I've downloaded your apps, but I haven't got any books yet. I just wanted to know, where do I even start? I mean, what do I even buy? What book do I buy? How do I start the process?
Okay. Well, a good way to start is how do you eat an elephant, in other words. You got this big subject called money. How do we eat an elephant? A bite at a time. And we just have to figure out where we're going to start. And that's where we came up with what we call the baby steps, because it's where to start and then what to do next and then what to do next and what to do next. There's 7 steps. The very first thing I want you to do is to get your money under control. And once it's under control, then what I want you to do is to list your debt, is to do baby step 1, which is save $1,000 as a starter beginner emergency fund. And then once that's happened, once you got the emergency fund in place, then I would list my debts smallest to largest, pay minimum payments on everything but the little one, and attack your debts all the way down. Now, I would do one exception in your situation. I put the IRS at the top of that list. I want them paid off first before any other debts, because they are particularly expensive and particularly mean and particularly powerful on what they can do to screw up your life. And so you want to get them out of the way as fast as possible. And the book that outlines all of the baby steps and the budget forms and lays everything out of what to do step by step by step is called The Total Money Makeover. It is my best-selling book. It's been on the New York Times for hundreds and hundreds of weeks, well over 200 weeks, and we've sold over 5 million copies. I'll be happy to give you a copy to get you started and get you under control and get you moving in the right direction. Hold on, I'll have Kelly pick up and we'll send that out to you. Open phones this hour. The phone number is 888-825-5225. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
KCAA invites you to join Dr. Donald Gabriel Jolly for What's It All About? He's never without words.
I have an opinion about everything.
He talks about everything.
You can say, I love you, and be fired by the power of the crotch instead of the real meaning of love. You have an illness. It is called terminal acute hornitis.
Join Dr. Jolly for What's It All About? 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon on KCAA 1050 AM.
CEO of Timeshare Exit Team. When I started Timeshare Exit Team, it was largely out of necessity. I had 2 timeshares that I just wasn't using consistently, but my cost of owning them was going up year after year. After a lot of research, I simply couldn't find a reputable company to get me out. They all wanted an upfront fee and wouldn't give me a guarantee that they could actually get me out. That's when I started Timeshare Exit Team. We're not a listing company. We don't buy, sell, or donate timeshares. We force the timeshares to take the contracts back. Now we are not only the fastest growing timeshare exit company, but we have the highest success rate in the industry. Now with over 30 offices in the U.S. and Canada, we continue to stand behind our 100% money back guarantee that we will get you out of your timeshare contract or you pay nothing, period. If you're tired of increased maintenance fees and you're tired of not having access to your own resort, contact us today at timeshareexitteam.com.
KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM is San Bernardino Strong.
In HeckNet West today, South Africa's corn production could fall significantly. The story after this.
Tell weeds where to go with Chateau Herbicide from Valent USA Corporation. Growers and PCAs count on Kcaa because it's effective on more than 90 of the toughest winter annual broadleaf and grass weeds in crops like almonds, pistachios, walnuts, grapes, and alfalfa. Kcaa delivers proven long-lasting residual control, and Kcaa can be used on new plantings and young non-bearing trees and vines. Even better, Kcaa is weather-ready and farm-ready. Kcaa stays where you put it and doesn't photodegrade as it waits for moisture activation. Other pre-emergence herbicides can leach, co-distillate, and or photodegrade, reducing performance. And Kcaa is activated with only a quarter inch of rainfall or irrigation water. Take control and keep control of weeds with Kcaa herbicide. To learn more, talk to your PCA or go to valent.com/Kcaa. And while you're there, find out how Asana XL insecticide protects trees from dormant peach twig borer. Always read and follow label instructions.
Corn growers in South Africa are having some major weather problems, which will likely cut that area's production by quite a bit. Agriculture Department Outlook Board Chairman Seth Meyer told us,
looking at the vegetative health from the satellite imagery, and it just doesn't look like they had enough moisture to plant, and what they did plant isn't doing well. So we look at the satellite and we can look at what appears oftentimes to be bare soil. They wait for the rain. They didn't get the rain. They didn't plant.
And so USDA analysts have cut their forecast for South African corn production by a big amount just since last month. They had pegged the crop at 12 million metric tons. Now it looks more like 8, which would be 1/3 smaller than last season. Now, South African corn growers grow mostly white corn for human consumption, so
perhaps not a large effect in the global market for number 2 yellow, but certainly a regionally important impact.
That was Gary Crawford reporting. I'm Sabrina Hill for AgNetWest.com.
Thank you for joining us, America. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. We're so glad you're here. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Aaron is with us in Columbus, Ohio. Hi, Aaron. How are you? Aaron, how are you? Did I hit that wrong? All right, let me put it back on hold and see what I can't get it on hold now. So I've evidently I hit that wrong. You want to put him? Oh, okay, that's gone now. All right, well, we'll try to figure this out. You would think after 25 years of doing this show I could pick up a freaking phone, but apparently I can't. I'm stupid. Patsy's in Idaho. Hi, Patsy. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Well, not good, but how can I help?
Hey, me and my husband have a question. We're sort of at odds about it.
Okay.
I bought a condo 8 years ago, and we moved to Idaho now, 3 hours away from where the condo is. And he wants to sell it, and I want to keep it, and I kind of want to get a second opinion.
Okay. Why do you want to keep it?
It's covering itself with the bills, and so it's almost like it's not there to me. But then he thinks if we sell it, we can get something else or do something else. We are on baby step number 4.
Mm-hmm. What's it worth?
It's. My realtor told me that the last one sold there for about $134.
Okay. So if you did not own it and you were getting ready to buy a rental property, would you go buy a rental property there for $134,000?
I'm not sure. It's right next to a bunch of colleges, so it's in a good location.
Okay.
Do I want to manage it from that far away?
Ding, ding. Yeah, I don't. I love real estate, and I fight to help people if there's any way it makes financial sense and they like real estate to keep their real estate. So I would normally try to figure out a way to side on your side of this argument. But if I woke up in your all shoes, I would sell it because I don't manage property 3 hours away. Life is too short.
Okay.
And you're besides that, you're not making any money on it. It's just sitting there breaking even. So there's nothing here. There's nothing here that's joyful. It's a hassle. It's 3 hours away, and you make no money on it. So it doesn't sound joyful to me. I'm done with it personally. But you guys do whatever you want. It's your all's money and your condo. I won't be mad at you. But would David Sharon Ramsey buy that a condo for rental purposes 3 hours away? No, we would not. Aaron is on the line in Columbus, Ohio. Hi, Aaron. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for taking my call today.
Sure. What's up?
Well, I got a call today. My kids are hopping in the van, saying that I had to call a collection agency for a $590 debt, or I would be facing a lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a debt that I recognize. I was wondering if this is some sort of scam, hoping that I'll just pay it because I'm scared.
Yes.
Or what?
Well, if you have no recognition of the debt, who are they saying it's from?
Well, through her thick accent, all I could understand was the words First Recovery Service.
Well, that's
so it sounds like
that's the collection.
Third party.
Yeah, that's the collections company.
Yeah.
And so you're just going to have to say, you can sue me if you'd like. Be prepared for me to countersue you for $10 million.
Okay.
Because I don't owe you anything. And if you want to send me proof of the debt and details about the debt, if I can ascertain that it's mine, I'll be happy to pay it. But I don't think this is my debt. I think you have a wrong number.
Okay. Well, they actually also called my mom, so they have her cell phone number, and they called, and the same message was that.
That doesn't matter. All they've done is researched out you, and somewhere they found a connectivity between you and your mother. But they probably have the wrong errand.
Should I worry about identity theft?
You might, yeah.
Okay.
But you might be worried. It might be just a scam, too.
Okay, because they did reiterate my last 4 of my social, and it was correct.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's interesting.
Because she asked me to verify, and she said it's the last 4, and, she said it, and I said...
She gave it to you. You didn't give it to her.
She said it to me, yes.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Just say you're going to need to send me. Here's what I would do if you want to call them back. Here's what I would say. Under the Federal Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, I am formally telling you to send me proof of this debt and the details about it. When I ascertain that it is legitimate, I will pay it instantly. Until then, I won't. We're going to sue you today. Good. Sue me, and I will countersue you for $10 million because under the Federal Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, I have just given you a formal demand for proof of debt.
Okay.
Just get all up in their stuff. Because let me tell you, the company that called you is scum of scum. If you go on FTC's website, federaltradecommission.gov, you're going to see how many times they've been nailed and fined.
Okay.
They're horrible.
Should I be worried that the number was, instead of being like an 800 number, it started with 844?
If they have your social, something's up.
Okay.
That's the only part of this that legitimizes it.
Okay.
Prior to you telling me that, I was pretty sure it wasn't even you.
Okay.
But apparently it is something somewhere to do with you. Either it's identity theft or some bizarre thing out of your past you've forgotten or something.
So could it be that they've hacked into something that we did do in the past and they've gotten enough information?
There's no telling. But just tell them to send you proof and, just mail it to my home address. Give them your home address. That's fine. Or a PO or whatever you've got. You send it to me and we'll be happy to look at the information. And if, it starts getting unreasonable, just say, listen, this conversation's over because you're an idiot.
Okay. Would it show up on my credit report if this is something legitimate, if I pull all my bureaus?
It might.
Okay.
But, and look for their name and look for the similar dollar amount.
Okay.
But, you can pull...
It's too late for identity theft protection?
Yeah, you can't really buy insurance after the house burns.
Okay.
But I would, this probably gives you a good wake-up call to go to Xander Insurance and get the identity theft protection. And they might help you walk through this if you were to buy it now.
Okay.
But, don't get 4 months into this and then try to get them to help you. That's not going to work.
It just happened this afternoon.
Yeah. So, call what you might do is call them and see if they'll take it if you buy from them.
I see.
See if their caseworker will take it and handle it for you.
Okay.
Because the company that's calling you, that's an offshore dollar, is what that is. That's why you have the accent. Mm-hmm. And they're just horrid. They're absolute bottom feeders. So the stupid debt could be 15 years old.
Okay.
That's the kind of crap they're doing. So, have you ever been through a bankruptcy?
Yes, actually, we were 10 years ago.
Okay, this could be pre-bankruptcy or something from that.
Okay.
This company has also been charged, and several others that are bottom feeders like this. See, when you go through bankruptcy, the debt that's listed on your bankruptcy you no longer owe. That's the purpose of bankruptcy, right?
Yeah.
And what they'll do is take old debts that are not collectible because they were bankrupted, and so it's completely illegal. It's against federal law to collect them. You're in violation of federal court action, which is federal bankruptcy court, to try to collect them. But there was a big article in the Wall Street Journal a few months ago of them trying to collect these uncollectible debts anyway, and they keep selling them, and then they drop them in these boiler rooms with these offshore dialers that they pay nothing to and just hassle the crap out of people. And it's a small enough amount, and people sometimes just get scared because they don't know their rights and pay something because they get threatened like you were.
Oh.
So now I'm back onto something. This thing's probably in your bankruptcy file.
Okay.
That would fit the profile of the company you outlined.
It was back in 2005 was when we went through it, and it was a Chapter 13 we repaid, and it was
that would fit that would fit the profile of this company to try to collect on an uncollectible debt.
Oh,
illegally.
Okay.
But you do need to get to the bottom of it because it's going to raise its head up, and they're going to cause you a hassle at the most inopportune time, and you can't control the timing of their crap unless you get aggressive about it.
Okay.
So, yeah, I would go to Zander Insurance, buy the insurance protection, see if they'll take that case and run it for you if you buy from them. I don't know if they will or not, but ask them. And if they will, if not, either way, I'd buy the identity theft. It's not that much. And then I would just dig into this thing and get all up in this offshore lady's face. Be prepared for a battle over $590. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Listening to KCAA Loma Linda at 106.5 FM, K293CF Moreno Valley.
Here's the latest. I'm Doug Parrish. It's another bad day for Wall Street and your 401k. MoneyAnswers.com analyst Jordan Goodman says tumbling oil prices and global markets are putting high pressure on stocks, and he says investors are starting to panic.
They're seeing the value of their portfolios going down extremely sharply, just as they did in 2008, and they don't want to stay around for the end of the story here. So you're starting to see people sell their mutual funds, causing redemptions.
Well, everyone's talking about Sarah Palin's endorsement of Donald Trump for president. Everyone except John McCain. A senior aide to McCain tells NBC News that he has great respect for Palin, his former vice presidential running mate. He adds that McCain will not be endorsing a Republican primary candidate just yet. The White House is publicly denouncing today's terrorist attack on a university in Pakistan. The Taliban is claiming responsibility. At least 20 people were killed when gunmen stormed the college campus in northwestern Pakistan. You're listening to the latest from 24/7 News. The world is still waiting to hear from freed American hostage Jason Rezaian. The Washington Post reporter stood for a brief photo op today in Germany, but not take any questions. Rezaian was freed over the weekend from an Iranian prison along with 2 other Americans as part of a prisoner swap. Scientists believe there may be a 9th planet in our solar system. Astronomers with the California Institute of Technology say there's evidence of an object orbiting the sun beyond Neptune. Researchers discovered the possible planet through mathematical modeling and computer simulations, but so far it has not been observed directly. Russia is planning major cuts to its space program. The head of the Russian Space Agency said today that its budget will be trimmed by nearly a third during the next decade. It's unclear what impact the cuts will have on NASA, which relies on Russian launches to send astronauts to the International Space Station. I'm Doug Parrish.
Hey man, what are you doing?
I'm watering my lawn.
Don't you know you can't water your lawn in the middle of the afternoon? Uh-oh, you're in big trouble. Here comes the water police.
Well, what do I do now?
Tune into the Water Zone show on KCAA Radio Thursday nights at 6 p.m. They'll help you out.
Out and about in Western agriculture. Although vine mealybugs don't move very fast, they can get some help in spreading a population through a vineyard. More after this.
Your nut and stone fruit trees have worked hard for you all season long, and now they're ready to sit back, relax, and enjoy a little downtime. Don't let peach twig borer ruin that rest. Asana XL insecticide, now available from Valent USA Corporation, protects your trees from peach twig borer during dormancy and delayed dormancy, preparing them for the next season. Asana is formulated with a unique cottonseed oil that's rain-fast and has excellent UV stability, even under intense sunlight. That means Asana lasts longer for outstanding extended control, rain or shine. Give your trees the break they deserve from peach twig borer with a dormant or delayed dormant application of Asana. To learn more, talk to your PCA or go to valent.com/Asana. And while you're there, find out how Retain Plant Growth Regulator helps with fruit and nut set during cherry and walnut bloom. Asana XL is a restricted use pesticide. Always read and follow label instructions.
The vine mealybug is an emerging pest in grape production, and its breeding habits promote the spread of the pest.
The mealybugs really don't move quickly, but when you think about a population over the years, it gets a very large population on one vine. It gets a little bit crowded, puts out a lot of honeydew, and so it's good for the mealybug to move away to the next vine to find a clean feeding source. Usually it's the crawlers.
Cooperative Extension Specialist Kent Dene says several things can aid in spreading the mealybug.
But they can also be picked up by field workers, by harvest equipment. They can be blown by wind, be picked up even by things like birds. We oftentimes see new infestations underneath power lines or by riparian zones because that's where birds are going to and back from vineyards.
I'm Taylor Hillman for AgnetWest.com.
Hi, it's Dave Collins in Snow Country. No matter which mountain you choose from, you'll find stashes of fresh powder left over from these latest storms, plus more fresh snowfall expected over the next few days. Most mountains are skiing at least 90%, so you have all ability terrain to choose from. June right now with a foot of snowfall over the past 5 days. They are skiing at 100%. That's almost 3 dozen trails for you to choose from. China Peak with 16 inches of snowfall over the past week. They've got 45 trails. That's 1,400 acres for you to explore. Almost 1,700 acres at Bear Valley as they're up to over 50 trails. Sugar Bowl with 20 inches over the past week. They're at almost 100 runs. Arizona Snow Bowl with 40 trails on a packed powder surface. Up north, Mount Bachelor in Oregon skiing at 100%. Over 100 trails available for you at Sun Valley in Idaho. Park City in Utah with 2 feet of snowfall over the past week. They've got plenty of stashes of fresh powder for you to explore. They've got 6,500 acres as well for you to cruise down. There's more at snowcountry.com. I'm Dave Collins on KCAA 1050 AM and the all-new 106.5 FM, the stations that leave no listener behind.
From the KCAA Weather Center, I'm Tom Ladd. For this afternoon, chance of showers, mostly sunny and a high near 67. Cloudy tonight with low around 48. Mostly sunny Thursday and a high near 72. Cloudy Thursday night with low of 48. It'll be sunny Friday and a high near 70. Friday night cloudy with a low near 48. And a slight chance of showers after 10 a.m. Saturday, cloudy with the high near 64. That's your weather forecast for this hour from KCAA 106.5 FM and 1050 AM, the stations that leave no listener behind.
That's great, it starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes, an airplane, and Lenny Bruce is not afraid. I have a hurricane, listen to yourself, turn off.
Thank you for joining us, America. Megan is with us in Chicago. Hi, Megan. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I just paid off my student loans.
All right. So you're debt-free?
Woo! I am debt-free.
Awesome. How much debt have you paid off?
$13,000.
And how long did that take you?
18 months.
Making what kind of money?
$55,000.
Okay, cool. So tell me your story. What happened 18 months ago?
So I graduated in 2013 and got a job right after school and just started paying them off right away in big chunks. And whenever I got a bonus or a little raise, I would put it towards that, towards my student loans. So they're all gone.
What was the secret to getting rid of your debt?
The secret was living within my means, and really when I did get a raise, and I got one raise during that 18 months, to just put all of the amount of money I got in the raise towards my loans.
There you go. All right. Very cool. What made you decide that this was important? Because a lot of people keep their student loans around like they think they're a pet.
Well, I would rather be doing fun things than paying student loans for the rest of my life. So that was the driver for me, was I wanted to do other things besides being indebted to student loans. So
good for you. So you're calling in to do your debt-free scream.
Yes, and I want to shout out to my mom and dad because they've been listening to you since I was little. So.
Oh, okay. Well, how old are you?
I'm 24.
Awesome. Well, very cool. Congratulations. Very proud of you. All right.
Thank you.
Megan in Chicago, $13,000 paid off in 18 months, making $55 a year. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. I'm debt-free.
Yes! Well done, well done, well done. Our question of the day comes from Blinds.com. With their 100% satisfaction guarantee, it means you can't go wrong at Blinds.com. They'll do whatever it takes to make you happy, and you save 30% over what you'd pay over at a retail store. Ugh. Blinds.com. Check them out. We love these guys. Today's question comes from James. He says, I have $240,000 in student loans. Well, and I wonder if it's acceptable to have my 3 to 6 month emergency fund in place prior to attacking it. Well, anything's acceptable. We tell folks to live the baby steps, and that's have $1,000 in place, and then from there attack your student loans. Obviously, you've got a ridiculous amount of student loans. My hope and prayer is that you have an income to go with them, that you didn't go get, $240,000 worth of student loan debt to make $35,000 a year or something stupid. Hopefully it's $350,000 a year, and you're going to pay this off just in a couple of years. And so if you cheat up a little on the $1,000 because you've got a huge amount and it may take you a little while, that's fine. But the concept here, James, of not having a big savings account while you're trying to pay off debt is effectively you borrowed money for the savings account. So, no, I wouldn't have 6 months. I might have a little bit more than $1,000 depending on your income and depending on how long it's going to take you to get out. But the idea here is to focus on the debt and instead of focusing on the savings, and that makes the debt go away. Oh, my goodness. Josh is with us. Josh is in Colorado Springs. Hey, Josh, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Dave?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, yesterday, literally 24 hours ago, I was called into the office at work. We found out that 3 of our major contracts let us go, and so my company just let me and 35 other people go.
Oh.
And at the moment, I've got about $500. I was just starting on the baby steps after reading the Total Money Makeover, and I'm scared out of my mind. Don't know what to do because I've got bills coming out the wazoo, and I've got an opportunity where I could try and get in over at Wells Fargo, but I don't want to be going in somewhere where it's against my moral standpoints to be pushing debt on other people.
Mm-hmm. What kind of a position did you leave?
I was just deburring grain. I would go through, get all the parts ready to go to customers so that there weren't any sharp edges so nobody's cutting themselves on the parts.
What were you making?
About $11.25 an hour. And I know that's easy to beat, but I mean, I'm a GED kid, went into the Army at 17 and was just infantry. I don't have much training outside of that. So I'm just not sure
single?
Where to go. I've got my girlfriend at the moment, and I was actually just about to go out and buy a ring and propose.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay. All right. Well, there's 2 parts of the equation. One part is the immediate wolf at the door to have money for food, lights, water, rent, right?
Yes, sir. And
the second part of the equation is your long-term career. And if you don't plan to be somewhere 5 years from now and start taking the steps to be there, you're not going to be there, wherever there is. And so, I think you could probably be delivering pizzas by nightfall and be making $1,500 a month if you do that 5 or 6 nights a week, starting now. Ready, set, go.
I've actually got my girlfriend doing that now as her second job, and unfortunately, we're only got the one vehicle, and I'm not allowed to drive. I'm working on getting my license back from a DUI 2 years ago.
Ooh. Well, that's out of the question. Okay. So when were your license supposed to be back?
I can get it back at any point in time. I've got the SR22 insurance on our vehicle. I just have to get the interlock in and then send the paperwork to the state, and I've got my license back. And then it's just getting a second vehicle so that I could also do the delivery driving.
So whose car is this, hers or yours?
This is hers.
So you've been carless since the DUI?
Yes, sir.
How you been getting to work? She been dropping you off?
Riding my bicycle and running.
Okay. All right. Ouch. Okay. And what do you? How much money do you need to do? That's not going to work. All right.
Yeah, we've got the SR22. That's $200 a month. We went through your ELP to be able to get that, and the $75 a month would be interlock, and then it's just waiting 3 months for the paperwork to go through with the state to get my license back.
Yeah, and then you got to get a car. And in the meantime, you're trying to buy food, and you need to get some kind of employment. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wonder if. I wonder if the pizza place needs somebody to cook. I mean, I don't know. I'm just looking for anything you can do as a short term. Get by job, whether it's construction and they come by and pick you up, or snow blowing and they come by and pick you up, and anything you can do short term. I'm not thinking about doing this for a career. I'm just saying, trying to get $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month coming in there, so you can not only get your little car, but also get your license back. Those kinds of things, and then let's taking the steps to get towards that. I'm not positive exactly what to tell you in terms of what kind of a thing to go do, but usually some kind of a self-employed.
KCAA AM 1050 and FM 106.5. We are San Bernardino Strong. Moreno Valley schools have more vocational education programs for students. Find out more in the Moreno Valley City News. You can also find local business, sports, and entertainment news. The Moreno Valley News in print and online at MorenoValleyCityNews.com.
What have I learned so far? I've learned that there is no one path right for everyone. I've learned that without my high school diploma, I can only do so much. My options were limited. I found a free personalized learning program with Learn for Life that has a flexible schedule so I could keep my job while earning my high school diploma. I found new career training opportunities that would jumpstart my future. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I can change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN4LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
Moreno Valley schools have more vocational education programs for students. Find out more in the Moreno Valley City News. You can also find local business, sports, and entertainment news. The Moreno Valley News in print and online at MorenoValleyCityNews.com.
Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company has been serving the greater Inland Empire for over 60 years. For all of your printing needs, from full-color printing to high-speed copying and everything in between, go to Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company. Their staff is committed to your total satisfaction. Great service isn't just lip service at Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company. It's the way they do business year after year. Having trouble finding drafting supplies? Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company still carries a complete selection. Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company is rated high in customer satisfaction by Value Star, an independent rating company. For all of your personal or business printing, call Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company at 909-792-3478. That's 792-3478, or visit them on New York Street in Redlands off the I-10 and the Crosstown Freeway.
The Redlands Passenger Rail Project is going to happen. Get the information expressed on this story and more in the Redlands City News. Catch local stories posted online daily. The Redlands City News, online at redlandscitynews.com or in print at locations near you.
East Valley Water District is making sandbags and fill material available to local customers. Due to the high potential for heavy rains in the 2015-16 winter season, items will be accessible 24/7, beginning now. However, you will need to bring your own shovel. You can pick up your supplies at either 31111 Green Spot Road in Highland or 1155 Del Rosa Avenue, San Bernardino. For additional information on how to prepare for winter storms, visit www.eastvalley.org/winterstormprep. or call 909-889-9501.
Join Sowing Seeds for Life on Monday, Leap Year Day, February 29th, for the 7th Annual Celebrity Golf Tournament to fight hunger. This year, the event will take place at the beautiful Glendora Country Club. Registration starts at 9 a.m. The shotgun start is at 10. For more information or to register, please call 909-392-5777. 909-392-5777. This is Joe Lyons. I hope to see you at the Sowing Seeds Leap Day Golf Tournament.
The most diversified radio station on the dial, KCAA.
Don't be so quick to walk away.
Thank you for joining us, America. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. We're glad you're with us. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Well, now's the perfect time to make your plan a winning plan for your money this year. You ready for 2016 to win? I'm ready for it to win. Total Money Makeover book that we have has sold over 5 million copies. With this book, you learn how to do the baby steps. You work a surefire plan that's proven for getting out of debt. You recognize the 10 most dangerous money myths. There's a lot of mythology out there. Then you secure a big fat nest egg. And you retire with dignity. You build wealth. You help others. You increase your outrageous generosity. It's incredible. This proven plan with the baby steps, the 7 easy-to-follow steps, is all built into the book, The Total Money Makeover. And if you didn't know, there's over 50 real-life stories in there from people just like you who followed these principles, and now they're winning with money. So, get a copy of The Total Money Makeover. Go to DaveRamsey.com or anywhere fine books are sold. Or you can call customer care at 888-22-PEACE, 888-227-3223. Speaking of books, Chris Hogan is on his book tour, and he is out there running around making things happen like crazy. It's absolutely awesome. He is signing books tonight at the Barnes & Noble in San Antonio at 6 o'clock. They'll be giving away $2,000, brought to you by Zander Insurance. No purchase is necessary, but you have to be there to win. So go by, sign up for the free money, get your book signed. Usually Chris has been able at most of these signings to do a little bit of a Q&A towards the end of the book signing, so it's worked really well. Tomorrow in Austin, Texas, he'll be doing a book signing at the Barnes & Noble on Research Boulevard at 12 noon. And then on Friday, he'll be in Phoenix, Arizona at the Barnes & Noble on Tatum Boulevard, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Friday evening. So on your way out to dinner, stop by, get your book signed, stop by and win $2,000. Well, you might. Could be you. And next week he'll be in Los Angeles and in Sacramento on Monday and Tuesday. So make sure if you're in the California area, obviously you keep those two ideas in mind, and you can find any of the signing locations or the events that we're doing, different places all over the place, at DaveRamsey.com or at ChrisHogan360.com as well. Our Smart Money event tonight is sold out again. We had a sold out event last week in Chicago. We have a sold out event tomorrow night in Austin, Texas. I'm already there in my mind. And we'd love to have you come out to that. We can probably still get you a ticket. I know a guy. Check out DaveRamsey.com. I think they're still selling tickets, but it is sold out. It's full. And so if you have plans to come tomorrow night, see Chris Hogan and me talking about getting you not only out of debt, but into wealth and into a position to give like you've never given before, check out DaveRamsey.com for the tickets or call customer care for that as well. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of stuff. Harlan's with us in Pittsburgh. Hey, Harlan, how are you?
Great, thanks.
Good. How can I help?
The question is regarding my business. I don't have any debt on the personal side anymore. We own our home, but we have run this little grocery store for the last 15 years, renting from a wealthy, shrewd landlord that, anyway, he's offered to sell us the property, which we've been looking for an opportunity for the last 10 years to buy something as opposed to renting. But we have a very good location in a community that has been very good to us. We don't really want to leave. But the problem is that he wants a lot more for the place than it's worth. But for the rent we're paying, my question is, at what point?
I would either rent or I would move.
Right.
I would not overpay him for the property.
Okay.
No way. I don't do being held over a barrel by false circumstances. Okay. There might be a real opportunity in moving. You might actually increase your sales. You've got a good, you're well within your comfort zone. I got that part. And, you're comfortable in that community. It's possible if you were in a different location, you bring more money.
Possibly, yes. We're really in it for more than the money. We're here to be good stewards, and we just feel like this is where God wants us. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I appreciate it.
Well, part of being a good steward is not overpaying for the rent and not overpaying for the property and not being held over a barrel by someone that's negotiating that thinks you don't have any options.
Right.
All of that falls under the heading of good steward. And so you're ministering to people in the community. You've obviously created deep relationships there. I get that. And you can do that a lot of places. So I'll tell you what I always do in these situations. You kind of feel trapped, is what you've outlined for me. Yeah. And anytime I'm feeling trapped in a decision, what I do is I go look at about 5,000 things, even things that are absurd that I think I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do, but I go look at them. And so if I were you, I would look at every piece of property in a 10 or a 15-mile radius that might work, talk to the realtor, talk to the landlords, talk about rents, talk about what's happening in the communities there, and just gather a bunch of information. That will give you some energy and some information to go back to him. Because you might find something that gives you at least some emotional walkaway power to change this negotiation. Because I tell you what, he also thinks he's got you trapped.
Right, he does. And the truth of the matter is that we have been looking for years, and we have talked to every landlord and explored a lot of other possibilities, but we have never found anything that compares with what we have here.
Yeah, I'd do it again.
Okay.
Because I'm getting more and more disgusted with this location as I talk to you right now.
Okay.
I really am. I mean, listen, real estate's, it's just part of the equation. It's not the whole equation. And right now it sounds like this tail's wagging the dog.
Okay.
Hey, man, good luck with it. I hope you can find some other options. Just options give you energy and options give you power in any decision situation. And so I'm always I've been in situations where we have a vendor that has a very specific thing. They have a certain machine that builds something that we want built and all that. And you can really feel trapped in those things. And so I have to have emotional ability to move on to the next thing, or you can get yourself just completely hammered in the negotiation. And it sounds like that's a little bit of what's happening to you here. So good luck with it, brother. I hope you find a way out. Open phones this hour. I hope he comes down the price because you find a way out and threaten him with it. Oh, in a good kind of way, of course. Oh, my gosh. Deanne is on Facebook. Do you have any advice for first-time home buyers during tax season? What has that got to do with it? Tax season hasn't got anything to do with being a first-time home buyer. It doesn't affect being a first-time home buyer. Not one piece of that does, except maybe you might get maybe you're getting a refund or something, and you're going to use that for your down payment. My advice for first-time home buyers in general is this. The money on real estate is made at the buy. Don't overpay when you're buying something. Don't get house fever. Go take a cold shower. Don't get married to one house. Oh, I just love this house. It's so cute. Oh, shut up. Really, it's a house. Oh, brother. Man, I've owned thousands of houses. There's one on every corner, really. Don't get married to one. Get a deal or don't buy it. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, be out of debt or don't buy your first home. Completely debt-free. And have an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses. If you go buy a house and you use up your last little bit of savings and you got no money and you have a bunch of debt, Murphy will move in your spare bedroom and bring his 3 cousins broke, desperate, and stupid. Everything that can go wrong with that house will, and that house that should have been a blessing will be a curse because you're now a broke person. And broke people shouldn't buy houses. Get yourself out of that column and then buy a house. That's my advice to first-time home buyers. That puts this hour of the Dave Ramsey Show in the books.
UCLA basketball legend, NBA Hall of Famer, and ESPN Pac-12 network broadcaster Bill Wilton will be on the next edition of Open Season. Your hosts Larry Burnett, Fred Wallen, and Madman Mark Mancini guarantee you will be informed, shocked, and entertained by some of the things Walton says. Join Open Season Thursday afternoon, 3:06 Pac Time, KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
This is KCAA Loma Linda. CNBC News is next. Brought to you by BuySellMakeOffer.com. Go there now and join the thousands who have already signed up for a new and exciting way to buy and sell online.
Points and Nasdaq has turned around. It's now up 18. Energy stocks are leading another sell-off on Wall Street as the price of oil continues to plunge. Crude closed at $26.55 a barrel, down $1.91 or almost 7%. The big drop in energy prices is helping keep inflation from kicking in. Consumer prices slipped 0.1% last month. Ground was broken on fewer homes in December, but residential construction still ended 2015 at its healthiest level in 8 years. Walmart says more than 1.2 million of its full-time employees will get a raise this year to $13.38 an hour. 400,000 2012 and 13 Ford Focus cars are being investigated following complaints that door latches won't work properly. And President Obama is visiting the North American International Auto Show in Detroit. He's taking some of the credit for record sales last year. John Lesher, CNBC Radio.
There are times being a genius would really come in handy.
As your financial advisor, I require a small 12% commission in addition to a 3% subcommission on every financial transaction and a 9% commissionary commission on top of the honorarium.
Honorarium?
It's like a commission.
But thankfully, you don't need to be a genius to do your own taxes. Because with TurboTax Absolute Zero, you can file your simple tax return for free. There are no hidden costs. It's simple, and it's absolutely free. Intuit TurboTax. Taxes done smarter. For simple U.S. returns only. Offer may end without notice. See offer details at TurboTax.com.